More plane problems for Nancy Pelosi. Judicial Watch says the Speaker of the House, her family and staff took 85 taxpayer-funded trips on military planes since March 2009. Now, they say Pelosi's travel cost the Air Force more than $2 million. More than 100,000 of which was for in-flight treats of food and alcohol. Time to let the Willis watchdogs out. Clint David is the managing shareholder of David Goodman and Madole. Ellis Hennecan is a Fox News political contributor, and Fox Business's own Shibani Joshi joins us now from the newsroom. Clint, I want to start with you, sir.
Sure. Let me tell you something. I get paid to be cynical, but this takes greed and abuse of power to an art form. Worst of all, I'm afraid, I bet she had that smile on all 85 of those flights. This is the type of thing that makes taxpayers want to throw up.
Throw up. Ellis, do you want to throw up, sir?
Well, I love to do that, but in this case, I don't know that we should blame Nancy Pelosi for those outrageous defense cost overruns that make those beverages on the plane cost $417 for every rum and Coke. I mean, she's been fighting that, actually. We're going to now blame her for the overpriced Pentagon spending?
Well, Shibani, what do you think? I mean, you know, you are always looking at the numbers.
Well, you know, it's interesting. There was such a big uproar when the CEOs, was it the automaker CEOs, took private planes to go to D.C. to get bankruptcy money. It seems like, why would you ever do anything in that realm ever again? And she was enjoying not only that, Jim Beam and vodka and bring your own flask. I mean, there's ways of minimizing costs if you need to be on the down low a little bit.
Jim Beam ain't that fancy, by the way.
It's not that fancy, but I don't want to pay for it is the point, okay? West Virginia Governor Joe Manchin is running for Senate and has put out a pretty unusual ad, especially for a Democrat.
I'll take on Washington and this administration to get the federal government off of our backs and out of our pockets. I'll cut federal spending, and I'll repeal the bad parts of Obamacare. I sued EPA, and I'll take dead aim at the cap and trade bill, because it's bad for West Virginia.
Ellis, is this the best ad ever? Come on, the man has a gun in a television
listen,
ad.
You do not go wrong in West Virginia with a lot of gun analogies. If he only could have quoted Davy Crockett, I think it might have been better.
Clint?
Listen, when Democrats are doing shoot-'em-ups in ads, when they're touting the Fourth Amendment, you know that at this point the political world has been turned on its head. I mean, if the governor runs any faster away from President Obama, he's going to pull a muscle.
I think that's probably right. Shibani?
Well, look, kudos. We're how many weeks away from Election Day? He's pulling out all the guns. We're talking about it, so he's certainly getting some bang for his buck. No pun intended.
Oh, nicely done, Shibani. All right,
very nice.
Let's move on to a critically important story that Western civilization depends on. Yahoo.com is reporting Lady Gaga is the most popular Halloween costume this year. Not just any Lady Gaga, but the meat dress. Snooki from MTV's Jersey Shore is a close second. Shibani, what are you going to be?
Oh, gosh. Well, if I can't, well, I don't want to look like everyone else at the party, so I can't wear the meat dress and Snooki. I'm thinking I may get Bieber fever this year. Maybe try a little, do a little Justin.
Look at you as Snooki.
Oh, wow.
What kind
Nice.
What kind of
Wow, that looks unfortunately a little too real.
Now, Clint, what do you have to say about this story?
Well, as a Willis watchdog, I'm anxious to sink my teeth into this story.
Oh, stop.
Okay, no. This is a prime example of how she's taken the fashion world to its bloody conclusion. And the fact that she, that's right, is getting the greatest Halloween costume now, I think is very rare, but it's I think, a great tribute to her.
Well,
there you go,
Justin
mister.
Bieber.
Nice. Justin Bieber. Very, very attractive.
Oh, God. You know, after O'Reilly and The View today, I'm thinking of going to some kind of mix of Whoopi and Joy. I mean,
that would be an interesting mix.
Then I get to leave any party I don't want to hang out at. Just storm right out of the place.
And Ellis, my friend, check yourself out there, mister. You're very attractive. What is this?
Beauty and the Beast.
Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know why we did that, but we did indeed. All right, okay, let's move on. A British...
Yeah, hello, Jerry. There we go.
That's me as Lady Gaga. You know, raw meat is just not appealing as a dress, I have to tell you. One more story here. A British jeweler has unveiled the most expensive phone ever. The diamond-encrusted iPhone is worth $8 million. But Shabani, if you want one, you gotta hurry. There are only 2 in existence, so somebody might snap them up pretty quick.
I better get right on that. I'm gonna get my Louis Vuitton Chanel iPad case, which also retails for like $4,000. I'll put that in my Birkin bag, which is like $25,000. Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
In this economy, all totally makes sense.
You know, it's just like the regular iPhone. It has wonderful apps. It looks terrific. It does every single thing except make phone calls. You should have one just so you don't want to call anybody.
Oh, boy. Clint.
Brilliant merchandising. It just shows if you put a stupid enough, high enough price, anything will sell. Somebody will buy this, and they'll sell it to somebody else and make a profit, but it does still drop calls.
Does still drop calls.
Does still drop calls, I'm sorry.
You know, Ellis, I just want to mention that, you know, Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
And
You know what? You know what? Why don't you lose the phone and just take the diamonds? How about that?
okay, that's all right by me.
Okay.
All right, Clint, Ellis, Shabani, thanks so much for your help today.
Good to see you.